तरसते श्री वेंकटे सभे चरणारविंद भक्तवेंद स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय विष्णुपाद ब्रह्मसुनाची कचेरी अष्टोत्तर से श्री वेंकटे श्रीमद भक्तिसिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्री प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की all glories to assembled Lord Hare Krishna all glories all Shri Guru Shri Gauranga Shri Prabhupada Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Ajnanatamidandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuronmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Shvapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parjana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanitam Sya Ye Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shravan Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakaltara Sukhrva Sindhubhya Chapatitanam Pavanebhya Vaishnavibhya Namo Namah Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktaranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karati Vachalam Pangam Langayate Girim Nitrapat Muhammad Shri Guru Nityarananda Paramananda Madhu Sri Chaitanyeshwaram Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Mutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Tanam Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Visesh Nadi Paschat Deshatarane Hare Krishna, we are reading from Śrimad Bhāgavatam, Canto 3, chapter number 30, text number 16. Vayunotkramato tara Kapa Samruddha Nadika Kasa Swasa Krutayasa Kasa Swasa Krutayasa Kante Gura Gurayate Vayuna, by air. Utkramata, bulging out. Uttaraha, his eyes. Kapha, with mucus. Samruddha, congested. Nadikaha, his windpipe. Kasa, coughing. Swasa, breathing. Krita, done. Ayasaha, difficulty. Kante, in the throat. Guragurayate, he produces sound like guragura. In the diseased condition, one's eyes bulge due to the pressure of air from within. His glands become congested with mucus. He has difficulty breathing, and upon exhaling and inhaling, he produces sound like gura, a rattling within throat. There is no purport here, so let us go to the next verse. Sayana parishochabhi parivita swabandhubhi vachyamanopi nabrute kala pasava sangataha. So translation. In this way he comes under the clutches of death and lies down, surrounded by lamenting friends and relatives. And although he wants to speak with them, he no longer can, because he is under the control of time. Purport. For the formality's sake, when a man is lying on his deathbed, his relatives come to him, and sometimes they cry very loudly, addressing the dying man, "Oh, my father, oh, my friend, oh, my husband." In that pitiable condition, the dying man wants to speak with them and instruct them of his desires. But because he is fully under the control of the time factor, death, he cannot express himself, and that causes him inconceivable pain. He is already in a painful condition because of disease, and his glands and throat are choked up with mucus. He is already in a very difficult position, and when he is addressed by his relatives in that way, his grief increases. Hare Krishna. This is a very wonderful, interesting chapter, The Wanting of the Living Entities by Kapila Muni. Kapila Muni is preaching to his mother Devahuti. He is explaining actually what happens if somebody is not serious in the spiritual life. I really appreciate all of your presence, your sincerity, to come and learn the goal of life. I want to tell you how powerful is Maya. How many of you want to know how powerful is Maya? Past few days, this topic is going on. What's that? I'm going to turn the microphone. Hare Krishna. What is the power of illusion? The same verses are going on. What is going to happen to all of us? What is going to happen to every one of us? The famous cinema stars, the politicians, the beautiful ladies and beautiful men, handsome men, and most powerful presidents and prime ministers. That's what's going to happen. But what is the power of illusion? How many of you really want to know what is the power of illusion? First thing is, when we read something like this, we are 200% sure it will not happen to me. It will not happen to me. No. Whoever has gone through, they are very unfortunate. It will not happen to me. That is the first illusion. The second one, somebody, a person, not me, I don't have so much purity, but as a pure devotee comes and preaches to you, and it touches your soul, cuts the ignorance, And immediately 1 second you will be shaken up. Ooh, it's going to happen to me. It is going to happen to me. Then you are shaken up for 45 minutes. But as soon as you leave this place and go to Prasadam hall, Maya will, whoop, it'll cover you up. When a bird jumps in a bird falls in the ocean dead, then it creates a splash. But the dead body of the bird drowns and the ocean is calm. No, nobody came and died here. It's normal. Likewise, we are shaken up for only 1 minute. And we forget. Wow, what a... And third one, when we are shaken up, immediately we forget. Hey, you attend the Bhāgavatam class? Yeah. What did they speak? Actually, take 10 minutes. I don't remember. The prasad is great afterwards. It is not easy. It is not easy. Maybe it is easy to become, it is easy to graduate from computer science. But it is not easy to graduate from spiritual science. How many of you want to know the problems in spiritual science? Success, spiritual success, or material success. Both are dangerous. Especially when we take it for ourselves. When we take it ourselves, actually it is very nice to quote the verses. But how difficult it is to apply. Yesterday, our good friend Nardamani was telling, I was thinking of this. Wow, it's happening to me. It means old age has come to me. When I cannot digest, so many things I can't eat. If I eat one time, that is enough. Wow. So, I really loved this. When something very horrible we listen, first thing is don't believe it. Second thing, I don't think it will happen to me. Third thing, I forget it. 3 things will happen to everyone. Unless you are a super exalted devotee. One senior brahmachari from Chapati came and he made a statement 15 years ago, I can never forget. You know what he said? If you are not deep, you will be affected by surroundings. If you are not deep, you will be affected by surroundings. Positive. If it is positive, you will be affected by positivity. If it's negative, you will be affected by negativity. For example, you go and stay in ISV, you will start distributing books. You go to Juhu, you will start collecting money. You know? So, actually I want to tell the brahmachari later, Prabhuji, whether you are deep or not, you will be affected by surroundings. You will be affected by surroundings. But if you want to take positivity of the surrounding, you need to make an extra endeavor. Otherwise, you will be affected by the negativity of the surroundings. That's my 2-cent statement to that. I was reading this. I was at 10th grade. My grandfather's brother, younger brother, my grandfather passed maybe 50 plus years ago. But his younger brother, I was in 10th grade, means 15 years already. He had actually some bone cancer. And, doctors told him, you go home. Means what? There is no treatment, just go home. Then I watched it very closely. Everyone would go to that room. Hey, everything will be all right, you will recover, so nice. But they go outside the room. They'll talk. This person, hey, what are they talking, Why can't I? That puts him in a lot of distress because nobody is sharing anything to you. But when they come in, no, everything will be all right, you'll recover soon. Trust me, I'm talking probably what has happened a little less than 40 years ago. Whenever I would go to that room, fear. So much fear. So much fear means so much fear. And wow. Eventually passed away. Then I also happened to observe the episode of Bhakti Tirtha Swami very closely. Probably that is the one that encouraged me a lot. The only person, Bhakti Tirtha Swami, who said, first time in my life, one person said, I got a call from Krishna, I'm going back to Krishna. I never heard, though I'm from India, nobody ever said with that much conviction, confidence. I got a call from Krishna, I'm going back to Krishna. So, there is a 6-hour lecture on this. If you want to develop any faith, just listen to that lecture actually. By his name is Radhana Swami and Bhakti Swami. What happened and that, wow, what a lecture. But also closely observed. I've entered in his room many times. Not many times is a superfluous statement, sometimes, for sure. By my good fortune, I served him in 2002. Bhakti Swami. So, doctors in 2004, September, they said any week he would live. But after that, he lived 10 months. And ever since he said, I'm going back to Krishna, in this remote forest of America, in Pennsylvania, 250, 300 people would attend. Why? One person is crossing this ocean and going to the other side of the ocean. What is that ocean? Cycle of birth and death. That many people would attend. At least 200 people. 250. Wow. And we would serve Sunday feast. Sweets, gulab jamun, rasgullas. There is a person next room is going, maybe this is the last week. And there is no fear. I suddenly recollected my childhood days. Whenever I went to that room, happiness. But childhood, fear. Wow, he's a pure devotee. Kante guragurayate. It's not easy. One may be from MIT or PhD, IIT, it does not work. It does not work. Google or, what is that, Microsoft, it doesn't work. You may have money also. It does not work. What works? Krishna's grace works. Idam sariram parinama peshalam patatyavasyam satasandhi jarjaram kimaushadam pritchasi durmada kimaushadam pritchasi muda durmate niramayam Krishna rasayanam piba. A body siriyati anena iti shariram. What is body? That which is going to be slowly destroyed. What is body? What is body? That the definition of body means in Sanskrit, that which is going to be slowly destroyed. 15 years ago, one gentleman sent a video to me. You want to really hear what that video is? The moment I clicked the video, because videos are common now, those days videos were not common. He sent a video. The moment I clicked it, I was like this. There is a python. This python, I really do not know who the photographer was. This python swallowed a frog. And the camera was so nice camera. The eyes of the python were visible and the eyes of the frog were visible. And we can see the fear of frog being swallowed by python. But after some time, because it was slow motion, The python was slowly swallowing the frog, but after some time the frog forgot this. There was an insect going around the mouth of frog. This frog was trying to eat that insect. Very like this. Wow, what a video. That is what we are. Siryati anena iti sariram. So what is that? This whole process is time is compared to the python actually. Every day we are being swallowed. But what is our thing? I didn't get extra gulab jamun, I didn't get extra rasgulla. Or what is human life? Human life means we try to hold on to the things that we have. We have a longing to acquire the things. And at the same time, we have fear of losing things. 3 things. I said 3 things. Can anyone repeat these 3 things I said?
It will make us forget. It will make us not believe.
That is the before, but now, just now I said. 3 things I said. What is life? If you want, I'll repeat again. Should I repeat? Life means we have a hankering to acquire things that we don't have. And at the second time, we hold on to the things that we have. Third thing, we have a fear of losing them. Who will repeat these 3 things? Can you repeat? Anyone can repeat?
Hankering for things we don't have.
Green card.
Holding on to things that will go away. And then last one is
Fear of losing them. The moment somebody is talking to a boyfriend and girlfriend, if somebody is talking to the girlfriend, you become insecure. Ooh, don't talk to him, this guy, Somebody is a preacher, don't talk to my people. I don't want to lose. At the same time, whatever you have acquired, you have a fear of losing it. No one can escape unless he or she is a pure devotee. Amazing, right? That is a proof of a bodily conception. When we are in the bodily conception, what is that? Fear. Bhayam dvitiya abhiniveshitasya eshadpetasya vipariyaspratim tanmayata buddhavijatam bhakti ekesham gurudevatatma. To the extent you are bodily absorbed, that much extent you will develop fear. Bhāgavatam says how to become free from that. Serve Krishna under the guidance of Guru. Rather than waiting for the last days, when all these things will happen, be Krishna conscious today to the best of your ability, because nothing is going to help. Nothing is going to help. Kulashekar Alvar, I will not tell the story, it's a sweet story, but I'll tell two stories. You are ready? Last time I told in Brahmachari class, suddenly I remember now. So these verses up to after 5-6 verses, this person will die and will go to hell. Same verse, I told that story. Ready? Those of you who didn't hear, those of you who heard, it's a repetition. I loved it. This lady one day, one guru was giving a class. Kirtan and class. And this lady came and attended all his classes, sitting in the front. That gentleman, he went, his preaching in that local city was over. It's actually Kirtan and preaching. More Kirtan, less preaching. He would also tell stories. Then he went to probably another city, which is far, and he started his Kirtan. The same lady sitting before him. He called her and said, I want to talk to you. What, you have a problem with your in-laws? You quarrel with your husband? You have a health issue? Why are you coming to my programs? She said, you have time? Yes. She said, I'm a philanthropist. I'm a social activist. One day I slept. 4 people came to my room. They started dragging me. I started crying, yelling. All my relatives, my family members were there. I am seeing them, they are not seeing me. And suddenly, the next verse, same thing is mentioned there actually. They're taking me on this highway. It's burning hot. Both sides there are forest fires. I was fainting because of the heat. They dragged me eventually to subterranean regions. Cut the story short, they are the messengers of death, Yamadutas. Took him to Yamaraj. Yamaraj asked Chitragupta, what is the wrong thing she did? What are the things, what punishment she should get? Chitragupta gave the file to Yamaraj. And he started reading, she has done this. Finally he read. She attended Kirtan and Bhāgavatam class. She attended Harikatha. Yamaraj became upset. If she has attended Harikatha, why she is here? She attended only half an hour. In her life, only half an hour. If she has attended Kirtan and Harikatha, why she is here? Chitragupta was bewildered. Sir, give me that file back. He took the file back. Her name is Satnam Kaur, Punjabi, from India, from Punjab state. Chitragupta took the file and he smiled. What happened? In that vicinity, apartment 1, home 1, home 2, home 1 has a Satnam Kaur 1, home 2 also has a Satnam Kaur 2. So these Yamadutas, instead of bringing Satnam Kaur 2, they brought this lady 1. The Yamaraj said, I am sorry, you are not the one to be brought here. And he told the Yamaduta, send her back and bring the number 2. She said, wait, I have a question for you. What is the question? I have done a lot of philanthropy. I have helped so many people. And I gave them medicine, food, clothing. Not even one activity saved me from coming here. Yamaraj said, when people do fruitive activity, good karma, they either enjoy on the earthly planet or they enjoy in the heavenly planets. Bad karma is not cancelled by good karma. For you to burn your bad karma, you have to perform bhakti. By your good fortune, you attended Kirtan and Harikatha. That's why you are saved. Really? She's back. When she opened her eyes, she couldn't understand anything. Then slowly she understood. She was filled with garlands and the relatives were getting ready to cremate her. Hey, this is not a dream. This is a really real. And relatives were crying. And when she opened her eyes, the relatives started crying in happiness. She came back alive. Wow. Then she understood. She died. And this was not dream. She went to hellish regions. And to prove that really it happened, 20 minutes later, the next door neighbor died and they started hearing the cries. The Kaur too was taken away. She told this man, my family did not save me. I took care of my children, my family member, my husband. Nobody could save me from coming to this place. All the philanthropy could not save me from coming to this place, this hellish regions. Only one thing saved me. That 15 minutes of Kirtan I attended and 15 minutes of Harikatha I listened. That is the reason why I lost interest in in everything, and I am paying attention to just listening Kirtan and Katha. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. How many of you liked the story? Real story. So what Ramra Prabhu is, whether somebody comes or not, he is doing this kirtan every day to make people, to save people from going to hellish regions. Hey, come and listen, 5 minutes, one mantra is also fine. So what is a true philanthropy? Ours is the true philanthropy. Ours is a true welfare activity. Bhuvi grunanti, yabhurida ajana. This is a real welfare activity. So Kulashekar Alvar, there is another story we are going. I am not telling the whole story, but last. Kulashekar Alvar would bring devotees to read Ramayana, but as they would read Ramayana, he would think it is happening. How many of you heard the story of Kulashekar Alvar, King Kulashekar? Great. But I am not telling the story. As they would read Ramayana, he would feel it is happening. A great personality, actually. King, Pandya king, actually. So one day the Ramayana reader read, Ravan abducted Sita and took her back to Lanka, and when Ram came back to find out Sita was abducted, Ram was crying. And he was asking the deers, he was asking the trees, he was asking the creepers, did you see Sita? Did you see Sita? The whole forest of Ashoka, not Ashoka, the whole forest of Panchavati, everyone was crying, sharing the grief of Ram, he read. When he read that, Kulashekar got up. Rascal Ravan, if you have courage, you should have fought with Ram and you should have done something. Like a dog, in his absence, you stole away Sita. Ram, my lord, Ram may not know where Sita is, but now I know. You have taken her to Lanka. Commander, he declared war. Let us declare war on Lanka. And kill Ravan and release Sita from his captivity and reunite Sita with Ram. And before ministers could react, he jumped on his horse, started galloping. And this is South India. His kingdom was in South India. And he told all his soldiers, come. And all the soldiers had no choice but to march towards the southern tip of Indian Ocean. Everyone reached the southern tip of Indian Ocean. There, before them was the ocean that was spread across Indian Ocean. Then he told, chalo, let us go. Where you will go? This ocean. It's deep ocean actually. So nobody dared to even go forward. Then he told his horse, even if you guys don't come with me, I don't care. I am alone enough to kill Ravan. And he pushed the horse into the waters. Horse resisted. Then horse did not go forward. Then what he did, he jumped down. He started walking in the water. That is his desire to kill Ravan and save Sita. What a drive, huh? Amazing. So he was holding the sword. I will kill Ravan, I will kill Ravan. Slowly waters came up to his knees. Waters came up to his waist. Finally water came up to his chest. And he was going forward, but I will kill Ravan, I will kill Ravan. This is ocean. The water came up to his neck. And he was also struggling. But his desire to kill Ravan and save Sita was so strong. Suddenly, Ram appeared. Ram appeared with Sita, Lakshman, Hanuman, and said, oh, Kulashekar, wait. Before you came to know the whereabouts of Sita, I also came to know where Ravan kept Sita. So Hanuman flew to Lanka, found about the whereabouts of Sita, and we built a bridge, and we took all our monkey army, and Ravan was killed, and Sita was released. See, Sita is next to me. Sita said, yes, my son, I was already released from the captivity of Ravan. And Ram said, "Oh king, what a wonderful soul you are. You really want to help me. You don't want to see my misery. You don't want Sita to go through misery. I really appreciate your help. But I'll also help you. When you are in the biggest danger, biggest trouble. When is the biggest trouble? When you are going through the process of death. When you are leaving the body, that is when you go through a lot of trouble. On your own you cannot. You cannot on your own go through this. You need my grace. What do you need? You need my grace. Then only you'll be able to leave your body and go back to Godhead. That time, King Kulashekar, I will come and help you. And that time I'll come and help you. But I'm very happy. Thank you, my friend. You want to help me? So I'll help you that time. So what is the most difficult time of our life? Job loss? Green card has not come? Or actually worse is old age. Worst is death. Whatever you... I have a question for all of you. What is your connection to this world? Anybody? What is your connection to this world?
Desire.
Huh?
Desire.
Body. You are connected to this world through material body. You are not connected to this world through mind. Physical body. What is your connection to the family members? That's it, body. What is your connection with your work, office? Body. Not the mind. The moment you leave the body, you disappear from their eyes. But you are there. You are there. You are not visible though. So, next 15 minutes, I am changing my topic. Every Hare Krishna devotee is actually venturing to secure the success at this particular hour. One time Gauranga Prabhu came and he said, 180 people joined full time during Prabhupada's time. Only 4 people survived. What are the numbers? How many brahmacharis joined in ISKCON in 1970s and 80s? 184 people. How many people? What is the success rate? Only 4 people remained. Who are the 4 people? Jayapatak Maharaj, Radhana Swami, 2 more sannyasis.
2%.
Practically everyone was wiped out. Why I am telling this? Never underestimate the power of Maya. Yugala is talking to himself. That's it, straight. Brahmachari classes usually speak on lust. There is much more than that. What is that? When our sadhana is not very good, everyone can, how many of we sing Sikshastakam every day? First verse speaks of the glories of Sikshastakam. But what is the second verse? I have a question for all of you. What does second verse signify? Huh? Huh?
I guess the spiritual master is like attachment to Lord Chaitanya and Kirtan.
No, what does second verse signify? First verse is the glories of the holy name. 7 things. Second verse, yes. No. First one, that is first one. Second one. I cannot, despite all these great things, I cannot chant the holy name. The first verse is great. My heart is cleansed. Cheto darpana marjanam. It will save me from the cycle of birth and death. Bhava davag nirvapanam. Srey kaure chandrika vitaranam. Vidya vadu jivanam. Anandamudi vardhanam. Pradhatam purnamrata swadanam. Everything is great. But what is the second verse? First is thesis. Second is antithesis. Despite all these great things, I have taste only for gulab jamun. I don't have taste for chanting. Daivam, no taste. Then what is the solution? Synthesis, third one. Great way to the gateway. What is the gateway to the great way? Trinada Pisunichana. I could never apply in my life. If you apply, you'll go forward. You'll go to the next verse. One time, one lady told Radha Govinda Maharaj in Dallas, I've been chanting 25 years, Hare Krishna mantra. This process doesn't work. No taste. When I heard this, I told myself, hey, I should not tell this. Or nobody from our temple should tell this. And I conducted classes on Manasiksha. If anyone is interested, sincere, read Manasiksha by Raghunath Das Goswami. Then I told myself, why I don't have taste? Then the Bhakti Devi enters, I think, 7th or 8th verse. Then I told myself, I'm still stuck at the 4th verse. Means after Charu Prabhu asked Prabhupada, how long does the process take? How long does it take to work? Prabhupada said around 40 years. But doesn't mean 40 years you'll be graduated. For somebody it takes 40 lifetimes. For somebody it takes only 4 years. I don't know why and how, but it is true. So, Durdaiva Midrasamhya Janina Anuraga. Ladies and gentlemen, devotees, if your chanting is not good, Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains 4 things will happen. What is the reason why I don't have attraction? First one, Tattva Vibhrama. Can you please repeat? Tattva Vibhrama. You know, Tattva Vibhrama means I am bewildered by the truth, absolute truth, Krishna consciousness truth. No Sambandha Jnana. This Maharaj, what is his name? Burjana Prabhu says this. I am great. I am a number 1 book distributor, a number 1 preacher, number one, everything number 1. World should revolve around me only. When my desires are fulfilled, I become proud. When my desires are not fulfilled, I become angry. When neighbors' desires are fulfilled, I become envious. Am I really spirit soul? Is Bhagavad Gita right? You know, we are chanting so many years, but nothing is happening. Does it work really process? Krishna really Supreme Lord? Srila Prabhupada really pure devotee? Lord Chaitanya is Supreme Personality of Godhead? No Sambandha Jnana. What am I talking right now? Why we don't have attraction? What is the second one? Why we don't have attraction for the holy name? Everyone, Asat Trishna. Can you please repeat? Asat Trishna. What is that?
Asat Krishna, taste for the
Taste for the temporary things. I need to be, what is that? At least I should have a few million followers in Facebook. For Grihasthas, I want a green card. Devotees also, I want a green card. I want citizenship. I want a home. I need $1 million. I. Power and control. Kanaka Kamini Pratishtha. Means money, opposite sex attraction, false prestige, name, fame and prestige, name, fame and reputation. I want to go back to Godhead because I don't want to go through suffering. But actually we don't have any service. Third one, this is deadly. Hridaya Daurbhalyam. Hridaya Daurbhalyam. Can you repeat? Weakness of the heart. Attachment to the objects not connected to Krishna. Deceit and fault finding and envy. Strong desire for name and fame. Strong ego. The last one, this aparad, everyone.
aparad.
Offenses. we commit offenses, 10 offenses. Seva aparada, nectar of devotion, 32 offenses. 32, seva, 32 plus 32, 64. Nama 10 nama aparad, rest are all seva aparada. These are the 4 reasons why we don't have any taste. Who will recollect these 4 things? Can anyone recollect the 4 things? Yes. Tattva vibhrama. Bewildered by the, bewildered about the conclusion of tattva. Second one.
Asat Trishna,
Means what?
that we care about our green card, our bank balance, and Facebook rather than
Longing for, temporary things.
taste.
Third one.
Hridaya Devalya,
Weakness of the heart.
weakness of heart. What was like an example?
Weakness of the heart means this is wrong, still you do it. You don't want to fault find. You don't want to do the fault finding, still you do it. You don't want to criticize, still you do it. Actually, today the time is very less. Tattva Brahma. Ritvikism started shook ISKCON, 1998. Literal ISKCON was shaken up. It is the example for Tattva Brahma. And Sahajaism. I'll chant my rounds. I'll stay in Radhakunda. Actually, yesterday Ram Rai Prabhu was telling nicely. Andhra Prabhu, every day he did dressing, every day he chanted 128 rounds, every day he was part of his kirtan. Haridas Thakur on last day also he chanted his rounds. 192 rounds. Wow. And they remained humble. When we serve devotees and when we stay under the shelter of Guru and take responsibility, one Mataji, she was not married at that time, 2005, went to Radhana. Radhana Swami asked, "What will please you, Maharaj?" Every time people ask me, I quote this. I was there actually, 2005 in Vrindavan. Maharaj said, "Thank you very much for asking this question. What will please you?" I said, "Good sadhana." Second thing, service, do service. Third thing, surrender to authority. Fourth thing, take responsibility. He paused and 5, good relationships. He said 5 things. Good relationships. And for many years, I never found the difference between taking responsibility and service. But once we started our temple, then I understood the difference between taking responsibility and doing service. Should I give an example? Taking responsibility, difference between taking responsibility and doing service?
Please.
One, I used to go to Philadelphia a lot. I went there for years. One day, this Prabhu, there were few residents in the temple. This Prabhu was supposed to wake up the deities, did not wake up the deities. 4:30, he had to come and wake up the deities. He didn't. Then it's 5 o'clock, 5:10, 5:15. Another Prabhu came down to dress the deities. Then he saw, altar is not open. I can dress only when they're open. I really am interested. My Lord, this is not, I'm just, So instead of waking up this Prabhu, this guy went and slept. Second one also. Something like that.
That's not taking responsibility, right?
Exactly.
I don't even know how to wake them up if I find it out.
Something like that actually. This happened a couple of years ago.
I'm sure it happens a lot.
So, actually, we are in the highest. Lord Chaitanya's grace. What is Lord Chaitanya's grace? We are in the highest thing. Lord Chaitanya is making it available to the most fallen people. And the process is very easy. If the process is very difficult, nobody can follow. What is the process? Chant the holy name. What is the process? Eat the prasad. And deal with devotees. That's it. You'll go back to Godhead. Supreme Personality of Godhead himself has become a preacher. He brought 4 more preachers, Panchatattva. Instead of taking advantage, Kali Yuga minds. If you do not take responsibility, then what? So very, very important actually. Anyway, rather than meditating on fear, what is going to happen? Anyway, everyone will forget, I know that. No, it will not happen to me. Wow. Let us become Krishna conscious today. Let us take responsibility today. I used to live in Vrindavan. People would go for 3 months, 6 months. Not even one person was there today. He is there today. One time His Holiness Radhana Swami said, when Srila Prabhupada would come to America, there are a group of people follow Prabhupada. From New York, then Philadelphia, from Philadelphia, Geetanagar, from Geetanagar, New Vrindavan, from New Vrindavan, Atlanta, then Florida, West Coast, then Montreal, Toronto, Montreal, likewise. Maharaj said, not even one person is there today. But Maharaj said, in New Vrindavan we would stay. We never stepped out of New Vrindavan. Prabhupada would come into New Vrindavan. That time also we would attend only class. We never gave up our service. When we take responsibility, then we get, then we get the empowerment. Forget about the empowerment, we get the grace. Rather than being enamored by that Prabhu is staying in Radhakund, this Prabhu is like this Prabhu is like that. Take responsibility. That is very pleasing to Srila Prabhupada, pleasing to spiritual masters, pleasing to temple authorities. Otherwise, Tattva Brahma is the problem for temple residents. We get bewildered. Because they are also chanting. Everyone is chanting. Everyone is reading these books. This Vidwan Gaurang Prabhu actually, how many of you know Vidwan Gaurang Prabhu? Jayapataka Maharaj's disciple actually. He came and gave a class one time to brahmacharis in GV. He said, I finished 10 years of full-time Maya laughs, 10 years. I toppled Vishwamitra Muni who after doing 1,000 years sadhana. 10 years is nothing. 10 years brahmachari, what is 10 years brahmachari? Nothing. So those people who get the grace of authorities, who get the grace of the spiritual master, especially temple authorities actually, because spiritual master doesn't come and correct us. He comes only once a year. And if he corrects us, we become upset. So naturally the spiritual masters won't correct. Correction has to happen by Siksha Guru and temple management. Authority basically where it is. I used to stay in Vrindavan. The other brahmacharis, they would go 3 months, 4 months. Wow, it pulls you slowly, drop by drop. When you meet with an accident, you definitely you'll rush to the emergency. Maya will not do that. Drop by drop, drop by drop, drop by drop, drop by drop. One day, final hit, we'll leave it. Wow, amazing. Amazing. I'm sorry, any question or comment? It's already 9 o'clock. Yes, Mataji. So Mike, I don't know.
About your last point that you said about taking this responsibility and maybe like stay in one place for a long time. I was in Denver 2 years ago and I had the amazing opportunity to meet Mother Nidra. And we went out in Harinam and book distribution. And then this amazing situation happened. This older man came up to her, they were talking, and then I started talking to him, and he said, I met her in Denver airport when she was 25 years old. And I was also, when I was 20, 25, 30. And now they both old, and it's amazing. People remember her from the airport because she's every single day in that airport doing this. I was amazed. It just blew my mind.
That is Mother Nidra. Amazing soul. And people became devotees just by seeing her actually. Many times I met her. Pure devotees. Commitment, sincere. Bhakti means simplicity. Bhakti means simple. she's a very, very advanced devotee actually. So whatever, there is one more, Kulangana Mataji, she made Sandesh 50 years in manner. She never gave up the service. 50 years, she made only one service. She had only one service, making Sandesh. And one day I was in manner giving class. She came and she was listening. So I became so, humbled. You're so advanced and you're sitting on the ground and I'm sitting on the top. No, I want to hear you speak. These are all the symptoms of progress, And you know what happened to her? And she was, again, today's lecture is that. She was in her last days. And she became scared. And one sannyasi, he was telling everyone has to go through that. But I think Krishna's grace, she attained Krishna's grace. And the doctor was trying to wake up because she was in coma, something like that. She said, why are you disturbing my meditation on Krishna, she said. She was meditating on Krishna. Because she rendered this service of making peda, Krishna made it easy. One more Mataji, she said, I never thought this is so easy. I never thought this is so easy. And she left the world. Last statement, Bhakti Tirtha Swami said 2 weeks before leaving. It is an alarming call for Prabhu sitting here. Women outnumbered men in going back to Godhead in ISKCON, he said that. Women outnumbered men in going back to Godhead in ISKCON. He made that statement. So, because, preachers and all, whatever they do, world will come to know. Big preacher. And who made that garland? Nobody knows. Who cooked for the deities? So, the point is, anyway, thank you for the nice comment. Hare Krishna. Mother Nidra ki jai. Any other question or comment? Otherwise, we'll end it. That's it. Thank you very much. Śrimad Bhāgavatam ki jai. Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Kisora Prabhu ki.
Ananda Kota Vaishnavanda ki jai.